Hello and welcome to the talk about our Chi paper, a piece of theater investigating how teachers design LLM chatbots to assist adolescent cyberbullying education. Cyberbullying is a huge issue for teenagers and children, and for example, nearly half of US teens have experienced cyberbullying. Cyberbullying exhibits complex social dynamics, so addressing it needs to go beyond simple content moderation. The action of bystanders are crucial there. Other students, for example, might reinforce bullying, stay silent, or support the victim. And especially the supportive bystander intervention, so-called upstanding, has been found to be an antidote against cyberbullying. However, students struggle to take up this upstander role, and they need to learn and practice strategies to be upstanders. Teachers, however, struggle with teaching upstanding. One issue is time constraints, where they don't have the time to cover this topic in depth, and the other issue is class size, where they cannot address every student individually. Teacher-built chatbots could be an opportunity there for more personalized instruction, where the chatbot can support the teacher in their curriculum and also provide immediate and individualized feedback to the student. One of our participants emphasized that the chatbot keeps those wheels turning in the heads of their children when they get direct and individual feedback from the chatbot. There have actually been various proofs of concept that have shown the potential of chatbots teaching upstander strategies. However, most of this previous research has only been Wizard of Oz studies. So the challenge is, how can we translate this previous research into actual chatbots? And we see two major issues here. One is the need to fit the chatbot into the wider curriculum of the teacher. And the other issue are technical challenges. For instance, the lack of data, of training data specific to upstander strategies and cyberbullying education. Here we suggest teacher-built large language model or LLM-based chatbots as a new opportunity to overcome both of these issues. Large language models can reduce these technical challenges. They have, for instance, less data requirements, so they need less training data specific to cyberbullying. And also, compared to older chatbot systems, they don't have canned responses. So the answers of a large language model-based chatbot are more naturalistic and more diverse. However, large language models are also difficult to control, and especially non-AI experts, as many teachers are, struggle in defining complex dialogues that might be needed for cyberbullying education. Large language model chains give finer control over language models. By defining a flow of individual large language models and chaining them together, one can solve larger, more complex tasks. Large language model chains have also been suggested for simple conversational settings. However, they have not been evaluated yet for complex dialogues. So it is unknown if or how large language model chains can address the teacher's needs for building chatbots for cyberbullying education. To explore this question, we have built a prototyping platform that allows us to evaluate conversational AI intervention for teen upstanding education. Part of this platform are social media posts, like you can see on the left side. There, a student posted something, a bully commented on it, and other students can also comment on this post. On the right side, you see a chatbot interaction we call the chatbot copilot, and there the chatbot has a conversation with a student about cyberbullying and about upstanding. We want to empower teachers to build their own chatbots with large language model chains. Therefore, we developed a no-code chatbot builder. You can see an example of the front end on the left side here. There, the teachers can define how they expect their students to act in different situations by giving different examples of the student reactions. And they can also define how they want the chatbot to react in every situation, again by giving examples. In the backend, this dialogue tree is combined with large language model chains, and we convert the teacher-given examples into few-shot classifiers and language generators. And from these, the chatbot is built automatically. You can find more technical details, of course, in the paper. We want teachers to really explore this topic hands-on. Therefore, we use our chatbot system as a probe. In our study, we asked middle school teachers to build their own chatbots that could interact with a student about cyberbullying. And then we asked teachers to test the different chatbot interactions. Our goal there was for the teachers to gain experience in both building and interacting with chatbots on the topic of cyberbullying. Through this, we gained deeper insights than if we would have just discussed hypothetical situations with the teachers. And in the study, we collect the teachers' experiences through think aloud and interviews. The first part of our findings is that teachers want educational theater. They want their students to not only learn a fixed set of instructions, instead they want their students to learn socio-emotional skills. And they want their students to not learn that through simple one-on-one interactions with this chatbot. Instead, they want to have multi-participant role plays. The teachers see their own role as playwrights. They want to define the scenario, the different roles, and they want to guide the chatbots and the students. However, they want their students and also the chatbots to be able to improvise within their guidance. They want their students to practice and explore different actions, different roles, and they want to give their students the opportunity to even fail in a safe environment and learn from these failures. Last but not least, they want to be able to adapt the chatbot to the school, to their class, to the curriculum, and also to their specific teaching style. Using this teacher's perspective as them wanting to be playwrights and having educational theater helps to understand their needs. So the second part of the findings show how far large language model chains can already meet these teacher needs, and we also identify where new technological tools and pedagogical insights are needed. And this and much more you can find in the paper. So, to come to the last act of this talk, to come to the conclusion, upstanding is a crucial skill against cyberbullying, but it's difficult to learn for students. Teacher-built chatbots could be an opportunity for scaling up personalized instructions around cyberbullying and upstanding. And we propose large language model chains as a technology to do so. We have built a no-code chatbot builder and use it as a probe to empower teachers to explore this area. And we find that teachers see themselves as playwrights that want to guide the behavior of the students and the chatbots, while also allowing for improvisation and exploration for the students. In our paper, we show design and system opportunities, how teacher-built chatbots based on large language model chains can already help in teaching pro-social behaviors to adolescents. And we also identify pedagogical and technological research gaps that still need to be solved. With that, I would like to thank you for your attention and encourage you to read our full paper, which you can also find through the QR code. And if you have any questions or any comments or would like to discuss this topic with us, feel free to reach out.